challenged, so I have to accommodate. Okay. Thank you to the City of Jacksonville, to Mayor Donna Deegan, and the First Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for arranging this special event honoring Hispanic leaders of Northeast Florida who've been selected for Voces Hispanas Oral History Collection. So, many of you might be asking, what is an oral history? Well, it's a person's life story or a life history, but it's also a technique for generating and preserving original historical information and is considered a primary source. I used to always tell my students, make sure you have at least 10 primary sources in your essay because that's the utmost in historical that you want to have. And in this case, that's what we are generating here. It's a definite footprint that is left behind for the history of our future here in Northeast Florida. When I founded this project in 2021 for Jacksonville Historical Society, they wanted me to present the recent history about the Hispanic community in Jacksonville for their Hispanic Heritage Month meeting. They invited me to look at their archives, and after combing through their archives, I decided to undertake an oral history research study to fill in the missing gaps of the Latino community's history. And that's how Voces Hispanos Oral History Collection was born. Almost 70 oral histories later, the collection is on its way, slowly but surely, we're adding to the body of knowledge. In 2022, the First Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and My Advantage Marketing became my sponsors, and that was a big deal for me. Thanks to this partnership, Voces Hispanas created a landmark oral history project encompassing Duval County, Clay County, St. Johns County, Baker County, and Nassau counties in Northeast Florida. I created partnerships with the Amelia Island Museum of History, Clay County Archives, St. Augustine Historical Society, and of course, Jacksonville Historical Society. And all these facilities will permanently archive their respective interviews. So if someone from Clay County is interviewed, their oral history will go to Clay County Archives. The research study now focuses on the historical, economic, and cultural significance of Hispanics of the greater Northeast Florida area. And it's going to be covering the last 100 years. So that's how much history we have to fill in. So, why do I continue this oral history project? As one of my narrators recently expressed to me, it's truly a monumentally important task we've undertaken. Our history now exists thanks to you. My goal is to continue gathering oral histories to fill in as many gaps in history as possible so future Latinos will have a visible historical footprint, which leads me to this year's remarkable honorees, and they definitely have been visible in the community. Now, Monica mentioned that we had a criteria. Well, I did develop a rubric, and this is the rubric, so I'm going to be very transparent here. One question that I asked, and also asked the selection committee to consider, has the individual been active in the Northeast Florida community for over 10 years? The majority of them exceeded 20 years. Number 2, what positions or key roles has the individual been involved in while in Northeast Florida that led to a positive contribution to or for the Hispanic community? Number 3, has the individual created any original works, programs, organizations, either political, artistic, cultural, humanitarian, or nonprofit, that further or improve the perception of Hispanics among society at large? So that was the rubric that we utilized to select these individuals, and they exceeded it by far.